well, here we are. Are we recording? We're
recording.
Our
We're on.
sounds are good.
I think they're fine. They're as good as we're going to get while Dan Muggleton isn't here.
Yeah, because there's usually a lot more kerfuffle over the sound part at the start.
Yeah. No. Well, you think I haven't done my job properly?
No, I'm just obviously was that you were doing that before we got here.
No, kind of. I mean, someone had to do something before you got here.
You do look like you do drive time radio right now as well. He's got a very like Hamish and Andy vibe about you.
Oh, do I? Have I turned it on?
With the headphones.
Oh, with the headphones. Yeah, I always kind of forget that I'm the only one that wears the headphones, and maybe I don't have to, but I do like it.
You don't have to.
There's a sense of
There'll
power.
be a day when it pays dividends when like there's just like an issue with one of the mics, and we were gonna just be recording for half an hour with someone not being heard.
Andrew, I'm going to blow your mind right now. Those moments have happened several times already. If you were paying attention during this podcast, you'd have seen me do it. Where I go, hey, let's stop right now. We can't hear Hamo beyond the sound of his nasal passage.
There we go. All right. Well, it already has paid dividends. Continue to do your fantastic job, Tom.
Thank you, man.
Hey, I do jobs. I bring in the water. It would be without the water, we'd be almost parched.
So, I mean,
I'll be fine.
Rory has brought
Rory's bought his own booze, despite the
four
fact.
of his own beers that you've then replaced one of.
Yeah, I brought a 5-pack.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Hamo has brought, as Frenchie said, a jugger that's used for watering the plants. And Rory's turned that down in favor of his Suntory 196.
Oh yeah, dude. Japanese like drinks. Oh, dude, like because they're 9% in Japan. These
Are they really?
and they're $1.60.
And can you get them out of vending machines?
You get them out of vending machines.
That's
you get them at just they call them combis
Okay.
because like you get them from the convenience store and then you just
Oh.
drink them in the street.
Well, they're 6% here, and that's still strong.
Yeah, but they're like $25 for 4, and they're half a liter in Japan, so they're twice the size, twice the strength, and a tenth of the price.
That's great. And they're little dudes as well.
Man, I can tell you right now, I've never seen people get drunk like Japanese people get drunk.
Oh, really?
Or like there's a Instagram page, like they have their own brown cardigan. Like in Japan, it's called Shibuya Meltdown, and it's just
Shibuya Meltdown.
and it's just pictures of just businessmen passed out.
Oh, I've seen a lot of those before.
yeah.
They really they work hard and then they play hard.
Bro, it's like insane how much they drink.
Yeah,
Is
right.
there an Instagram page for Shibuya Meltdown?
That's what it's called. It's called Shibuya Meltdown. Like legitimately, have a look at it. It's just like people like vomiting on the tube.
That's
and
so
stuff.
good. Because Shibuya is like the kind of trendy area in Tokyo, right?
That's where the crossing is.
Okay. Yeah, I know the
Yeah.
one.
If I
Shibuya
was a
crossing.
stupid man, how would I spell Shibuya?
Just sound it out.
Yeah, how would you do it live on the pod?
Yeah.
Andrew won a spelling bee on this podcast once. How would you do it?
I would do Shab, right? Shab.
Okay, it's wrong already.
Shab. And how would you spell Shab? CHZ.
SHAB. You?
Okay, you're already wrong.
Okay.
It's called Shibuya.
Chabuya.
Shibuya.
Shibuya.
Shubu.
Shib.
Shibuya.
Did
Okay.
you drink
It's like-
these and replace them with your water?
It's like
Shibuya Meltdown. Here we go.
Yeah.
you got to
All
put it in
right.
words he understands, Rory. It's shib like shiv.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, Shibuya Meltdown. 363,000 followers. And I am a new one. Oh, man. There is a lot of passed out Japanese men.
Yeah, dude. And like the craziest thing is when you pass out on the street, and I mean like on the street, like in a field of just concrete. Like you just on the floor, dude. You just on the floor, heavy traffic. And people would just go into 7-Eleven, buy waters, and put them around you.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
like,
amazing.
You wake up in the morning to like millions of people crossing a crosswalk, and there's just 4 liters of like Mount Franklin around you.
Does anyone try to help you get home or just like, nah?
It's so safe, you don't need to go home.
Yeah, you're actually safer here than in your house on
Yeah.
the street where we're watching you.
Okay, sure, that's one thing. But what about just comfort? Like, a lot of these guys look extremely uncomfortable. Like, look at this guy. He's folded like some origami.
I mean, I don't know how you pass out, dude. But when I pass out, it's not like, oh, let me get a blanket and put my feet up. It's I'm out.
Also, passing out like origami is actually very culturally respectful in Japan.
Dude, I got so craned last night.
Yeah, I was surprised how much I loved Japan when I went. I was expecting to have like a fine time, but I loved it. It's so
Yeah,
good.
because I've heard you hate Asians.
Oh, not all of them. Like, there's some good ones.
Just when there's a lot of them
Yeah.
together.
Here in my country. No, I love the Japanese. A lot of time for the Japanese.
Yeah, it's those goddamn pesky Koreans that we don't like. No, it's one of my favorite places I've ever been to in my life, and people are so nice, and like it's kind of exactly what you think it would be.
Yeah.
You know, like whatever you imagine, you're like Tokyo.
That's so true.
How many comedy gigs did you end up doing there?
I did 8 shows.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Well,
one was for the US military.
Fuck yeah, supporting the troops.
I imagine that would have been one of the better ones. Well,
It was so weird, right? Because I got told like we were doing a gig for the troops, and I was like, we're in Tokyo, and they were like,
hold on, which troops?
and they were like, it's at the hotel military, like the hotel.
Yep.
So they have like a military hotel for when they're not on the base and their families come and stuff. And I was like, all right, sick. And they're like, oh, it's usually packed. It's like in a big ballroom with like seats like 300 people. I was like, hell yeah, dude, this is gonna be sick. Get there, 16 people
16 people in the
16
military
people.
in the military ballroom.
in the military ballroom with a DJ.
Oh, nice. Max Derry was there.
Oh, big DJ, like full desk DJ, right? And there's only 2 of the 16 are white.
Okay.
So first of all, I'm stoked. I'm like, hell yeah, this is my Def Jam. It's Defcom Jam. That's what it is.
Is it you and other comics or just you performing?
It was me. I did half an hour. There was like an MC who did 5 minutes beforehand and brought me on, and like the DJ's like mixing and the MC's doing his jokes, and he brings me on to fucking Sweet Caroline.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
And I'm furious.
Why?
Immediately. I'm like, dude, you're black. There's 16 other black people here.
Oh,
I'm
what?
like I'm one of 3 white people, and you bring me on to Sweet Caroline. What are you trying to do?
I'm so, because when you said there were 2 white people there and you're in Japan, in my mind it's like 2 white people and 14 Japanese people. I'm like, Def Jam in Japan, like when they love a joke, they get quieter.
No, it's a US military base.
Right,
He's
okay,
a-
I get you.
Here's a poor African American people that have been sent off to war.
So, dude, and I can tell you right now, like the amount of like positive heckles, clicks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, like I was listing stuff that like I liked about Japan, and like this like big like African American chick in like I would say the front row, but just they was just scattered around this giant room. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, check, check, and I'm like, I don't know how to deal. Like I can't turn on you.
No,
No.
that's positive.
Sweet Caroline is a classic drinking like song though, like particularly around for Aussies on tour, right?
Yeah.
You get pissed.
Is it an Aussie thing?
It's
When
it's a
I've been-
colonial thing, I
I've
guess.
been like pub crawling internationally, and you're back coast. There's just suddenly you with a bunch of guys you don't know going.
Bap, bap, bap.
Sweet Caroline.
They're like,
All
all right, we're going to do Sweet Caroline. Don't get Hamo to start it. He doesn't know what it is. No Hamo. Wrong one. You froze.
Thank you, Rory, for jumping in there.
Froze so... Should have left it.
I was just like making my way downtown.
All right, yeah. There we
Yeah,
go.
now you remember
Good
it?
times never seem so good.
There
So
you go.
good.
There it is.
Anyway, so you weren't having that moment with the
14
Audience.
black people.
No,
Yeah,
I hadn't, but I did tell the DJ every time after I finished a joke, I went, kick it, and he did go, and he'd play like a little track, and then I got cut, and I was having the best time.
I was hoping you go kick it, and you go ba ba ba.
There's so much fun, man. Like, because the Americans in Japan are so American, and like the Japanese in Japan are so Japanese.
Yeah.
It's like it's such a culture of like so much. It's everything's stimulating.
Did you get any vibe of what the relationship is between the Japanese people and the American people? Like, is it friendly? Is there some tension there?
I feel like most of them are married.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I feel like especially when I was doing the shows in like Tokyo Comedy Club, if there was a American man, he usually had a Japanese wife.
Yeah. Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I mean it'd be pretty crazy if it was like a Japanese man with an American wife.
Yeah. That
That'd
is
be-
less. It happens less often.
That's a weird combo.
I wouldn't say that. You can say it.
I mean, you've said it several times off camera. Just keep putting him under the bus.
what makes them really Japanese?
Oh, dude, it's like it's incredible because the energy that they have.
Yeah.
Like when you walk into a shop. Any shop, you walk into 7-Eleven, you walk in anywhere, they're just like, oh, mushi mushi! Like they're just so happy that you're in there. It's like they're all, like, you can see where like anime and like Hello Kitty and like these like such like highly stimulating, over the top kind of cartoons and like culture comes from, because that's what the people are like.
That's so true. And anime and stuff as well. Like, it's all so intense. Yeah, and colorful and loud. Yeah, that's interesting. When I went to Japan with a couple of mates, we were all like 22, 23, and the first night that we went to, what's that place? There's that place in Tokyo with all the little small bars.
Golden Guy.
Golden Guy, that's right. And we were in this tiny bar, and we were talking to these two Japanese businessmen, and it was like really broken English, but they were loving it. They were so involved.
Yeah.
And then my mate goes, do you know a good strip club here? And they're like, what? And he's like, strip
Do
club,
the voice
strip
again.
Club. What? And he goes, and he's like, they're just not getting it. And he gets his phone out, he goes into Google Translate, puts strip club, and he turns it to the guy, and the guy really goes, oh, simple answer. Yes.
They do like strip clubs and brothels are like huge there.
And like love hotels.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a brothel and a love hotel?
A love hotel is like you just go buy a room for an hour and you just get the room. So like it's not like there's someone in there waiting for you, like where you can just get a hand job or whatever. It's like you just say you're with someone on a night out and you'd be like, hey, do you want to go do the Shibuya meltdown?
Like, this is going pretty well. You want to go get a love hotel for an hour? Actually, we're only going to need 15 minutes.
But also, what fucking marketing calling it a love hotel? That's like if you said to a girl like, hey, do you want to dip out here and go to the love hotel?
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't really sound that sleazy.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Hey, you want to go to the fuck room?
You know, a motel that you could rent by the hour?
Yeah. Can we find 3 friends and split it 4 ways? It's because in Japan they live with their parents until they get married, so they can't bring partners back home to have sex. They need to go rent a love hotel for 20 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, and they have like different themed ones, so you can like whatever theme that you can possibly think of, they have it.
Yeah.
Like their fetish culture is crazy. Like my mate lives over there and he was telling me about all this stuff, and he was like, one of the weirdest ones is there's like some places where you can go to and you can just pick any high school in the whole of Japan, in the whole of Tokyo, and they're like, we have that uniform and you can put it on again.
Oh man.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Official or replica uniforms?
I mean, like they got it from the tuck shop.
How often do they get
Some
clean?
Japanese dude at an all-girls school in Kyoto was like, hi, I'm enrolling this year. Like, you're a 47-year-old man. No. Hee hee.
Like my mate goes, I know this great ramen spot. We know this ramen spot. It's like on the 5th floor because everything's like vertical. And as we're walking up, the floor below us was a blowjob bar.
Blowjob bar?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
They really used
blowjob bar.
all their copywriting skills on love hotels. Didn't they?
So like we were upstairs just having ramen while we knew like downstairs, like literally below us, there's like 30 dudes getting sucked off drinking whiskey.
Hey, is that you slurping?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's the perfect food. Is that you? Is that me? Is that them?
Do you order the blowjob or the drink first?
I feel like you should get the drink first.
Wait,
You're a gentleman.
oh, the blowjob. Oh, the bar.
Yeah.
But it's not just, it's a bar, but there's also blowjobs.
Yeah. It should
Can
be
I-
called cocktails.
There it is. Here we go.
But what if you just want to go for a drink? What if you just...
Well, you just go to a bar. Unless you're the guy that's like, you know what I really enjoy with my old fashioned is just some other dude getting noshed off next to me.
Well, what if one of your mates is keen, but you're like, you're happily in a relationship. You're like, look, I'll go with you.
I'll go with you. I'll sit on the other side of the table.
Like Hammer goes to a rub and tug. He's like, but what if you just want a massage? Then where do you go? You got no options.
What if you just want the rub?
I was trying to have this deep and meaningful conversation with Rory, but he kept zoning out.
Oh, my wife's leaving me. Like, what should I do? The kids are gone. She's took the house.
Just give us a second.
I can fix the problem. Hey, babe, turn around.
So how does the blowjob bar work?
I
Like,
don't know. I didn't go in.
Yeah, that would be crazy to go in.
Yeah, I'm just going to pop my head in.
Yeah, very good. This is good. Cocktails, head in.
Yeah, there's another one where it's like because like on the tube like on the subway because it gets so crowded. Like there's like everyone's heard that people get groped and stuff, but like that's also a fetish for people. And so there's one bar
To get groped?
and to grope. Those are both fetishes. So there's
gropees
there's
and the
two bars.
gropers.
One upstairs is groping. Like you go there if you want to grope, and then the other one is the one below it is if you want to get groped, you go into that one.
That sounds like some bullshit. Someone was upstairs and got groped and got offended. They're like, oh no, it's a cultural thing.
So like, I like being big spoon most of the time, but sometimes I like to be little spoon, right?
If you want to be a little stood,
So-
you go downstairs.
So I can grope for like 75% of the time, and then be like, you know what? It's time. I want to get groped myself.
It's called being bi, Andrew. You're a pansexual.
Because
does
I just
that
want to
happen?
pinch my bun and like fondle my balls a little bit, just for like 5-10 minutes.
It's weird. Like their kink culture is like their idea of it is kind of like if we create a safe space for it to happen, you can come to this space so it doesn't happen outside where it's dangerous.
And what is the safe space? The top compartment of every subway in Japan.
Well, some of the carriages in Japan are women only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, honestly, man, like I've never like because I was there obviously, like Tara came with me, so I was there with like my fiance, and so it was one of those things where like we're walking home at like 4:00 in the morning, like after drinking like snake venom sake, just like absolutely munted, and I never heard anyone yell. I didn't see anyone running. I didn't see anyone fighting. Like everyone just seemed so pleasant, and like you felt so incredibly safe. And all the comics had jokes about like if you lose your wallet, like it comes back with more money in it and a note.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah.
So where have we gone wrong in Australia that none of this happens here?
Well, I think the fact is we live here. You know, you're a drug dealer.
Former.
Reformed.
Reformed.
Drug dealer / author, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, the word hiatus could be used as well.
Yeah, you know.
My career break.
Never say never.
Yeah.
Right?
So Paramore's getting back together.
I'm forbidden until Christmas this year.
Andrew Hamilton, the reunion tour. But you have to come to his house.
I got a really thoughtful DM the other day from someone that said that they had bought a bag of Coke off me on their birthday, but then they misplaced it and they came back and I gave them a second bag for $2.50.
Where?
$50 that much cheaper?
Where have you been all my life? You know what I mean? Like it's like when one of your friends is just like, oh man, I used to hang out with like the hottest women and like they were so good, and like now you're like married and you're like, where were you before?
That's so funny. Because Hamo always tells
was
stories about what a good drug dealer he was and like getting DMs, but there's no confirmation of any of this. Whereas he's like, oh, he used to give away free pills.
I
People
think
love
you
me
know
so much.
truth when you hear it though.
Yeah, if it's in the fish and chip wrapper, then
That's
it's
true.
Then it's ready to go.
Hamo appeared in the newspaper today. What was the publication?
Okay, so this was the Sunday Telegraph.
Ooh.
And this was a story. I actually did the interview for this. Like
That's crazy. He's more of a Saturday Night Telegraph kind of guy.
I think I did this original interview maybe like a year ago. It was
Really?
ages ago.
You did this a year ago. They just put it out now.
Well, it was for a broader investigation.
They say it's a
called-
dying art.
It was for a podcast that the News Corp were doing with a bunch of other news outlets around the world called Cocaine Inc. And it was a deep dive into the drug that we know and love, cocaine. And
He might be a reformed drug dealer, but he's still a big advocate.
you gotta try it. Use promo code HAMO at checkout. I get $5
It's
from
cheaper
every
than
bag.
Better Health.
So the story, the headline said, and it's got a picture of my stupid face, and it said, cheaper to do coke than beer, which
Which is misleading.
It's very misleading. Unless you have an amazing tolerance.
I
crack
think
open another one.
they just wanted to do a deep dive, I think, into the cost of living, but that wasn't exactly my point. My point was that the lockout laws and the death of Sydney's nightlife had pushed people to just staying home rather than going out. And with the money they saved from going out, which include alcohol, Ubers, food, they would use that money that they saved on drugs.
Yep.
And they would just be at their house.
Or
Yeah,
you could,
okay.
or you could just not be a loser and do all of it.
Well, you can, but that's quite expensive. You can for half that amount, you can just stay at home with your friends
Here you
and
go.
drink from the
At a
bottle
nightclub,
shop.
here you go. This is a direct
There you go.
quote from Andrew here. At a nightclub, you're buying a bunch of beers. It's $50 for a cigarette or a vape, and when you buy a kebab on the way out, that's $2.50. That's about the money you spend to buy a bag of Coke. No, it is not.
Well, by the time
Coke
you-
is not $2.50.
Yeah, how expensive are your kebabs?
Yeah, how light are your bags?
some 1-800 number delivery guys are usually, if you buy in bulk, it's like 2 or 3 friends that are all buying a bag. They're $2.50.
Are they?
Yeah, that's in Sydney. I don't know about these crazy Perth prices that you knew about, but in
It's like
Sydney.
$700 sometimes for a bag in Perth.
But I love this quote as well. I was talking about the sniffer dogs, and I said they're everywhere. They'll go walking into pubs and clubs and walk up to everyone. It makes the whole situation of trying to have a relaxed drug experience so much worse.
Because that's what I do when I go and get a bag of Coke. I
wanna relax.
Let's rack all this gram and go, should we put on some Enya?
Yeah. I want to chill. We like a dog, we can pat it.
We did a...
No one, when your heart's already going at 180 BPM from the cocaine, you don't want the additional pressure of having to worry about hiding from the cops, right?
Were you at that gig that we did in Kinsillers where the sniffer dog came in?
No.
So we were doing a show in Kinsillers, right? Comedy show, I'm emceeing. All of a sudden, 3 policemen and a dog come into the basement while I'm on stage and just walk the dog through the tables
In the middle of the show.
in the middle of the show.
That's
they
crazy.
and like obviously, like I have a microphone and you're a cop and you brought a sniffer dog and I just keep yelling, "You're not gonna find it. You're not gonna find it." And then I kind of rinsed them enough that they left, and the dog kept sitting next to one person, and like I knew that he had some.
Was it a person you knew
I didn't know him.
before?
Before I didn't know him. I did not know him. But someone tipped us off that the cops were coming, and I saw this guy panicking around the room and being like trying to hide stuff. And I was like, "This is so funny." Oh my god! And then the cops came and they're wandering around, and like I saw where the guy hid it,
Yeah.
and then the dogs just sat there.
Where did he hide it?
He hid it like high.
Seriously?
Yeah, he ddidn't have it on him, but he hit it high. And I watched the dog just sit there, and I watched the cops talk to him, and he's like, nah. And the dog's down there, the cops are down there,
And you're like, check the
I'm like-
ceiling.
I'm like,
my
you're
God,
not
it's a
gonna
talking
find
dog."
this. You're not gonna find this.
Oh, because you knew where it was.
I'm on the mic.
You're doing the cold, warmer, red hot, cold.
Oh, dude, and it was so funny. And they left, and we were all like, "Yeah!" And then they came back, and I was like, "Oh, round 2." It was one of my favorite times on stage. Like I love fucking with the cops, dude.
Yeah.
Because like you get 2 types of cops. Some cops are just like all for having a giggle about stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's a non-violent crime. Like, you know, no one's really getting hurt. If anything, people are getting happy. And it's one of those things like some cops are just like, yeah, we're walking through a nightclub, like 3 deep with a dog.
Yeah.
Of course, we're going to have to cop a little bit and we'll have a little bit of back and forth.
Yeah.
Those cops, fantastic. Then the other cops are like, "Man, I'm sick of this shit." It's like, dude, you can't come in to where everyone's having a good time dressed as the guy who doesn't want you to have a good time.
Yeah, for sure.
And expect everyone not to give you shit.
More like the fun police, am I right?
There it is.
Bloody hell.
That's great. Good stuff.
You know?
I remember one time trying to get into a pub in the UK and the bouncer was checking people's wallets in case they had like drugs hidden in there. And then he like put his index finger in my little pocket
In the little
in
pocket.
the jeans and pulled out a
Oh,
bag
yeah,
of
dude.
Coke.
Seriously?
And I
Oh,
was
yeah,
so
dude.
and I felt so violated. I didn't know that they could do that.
They give you the wallet and go, boop. And they literally, like, it's like they go, boom, and they pull it straight out.
just-
And they just go, "You're welcome in.
And you're in.
Welcome, you're in."
And what they-
what are you going to do? Be like, "No, give me that back." And they're like, "What?
Yeah, right.
Do you have, I am massive and I have your drugs and you're not allowed them.
And I
So
work
if you-
here.
And you've bought a ticket.
Yeah.
If you want to come in here, go ahead. Or you can go home. But what are you going to do? Call the cops
Yeah.
and be like, "Hey."
It was a breach
the
of trust.
security guy
It was a
took
breach
my
of trust
Coke.
for me. I
There's a breach of trust.
I didn't know that was part of the. They don't touch you like that in Australia.
Oh,
right?
it's happened to me in
Yeah.
Australia.
Oh,
I've had cops. I've had security guys put it down there.
He was a very naughty boy, that bouncer in the UK.
Do you reckon they're allowed to do that? That seems like a violation. Seems like,
No, they're not allowed to do that.
oh, okay.
But you're also not allowed to have that pocket full of drugs.
It's like me about like people get groped. Like, are they allowed to do that?
I would have rather him fondle my balls than touch my little cocaine pocket.
Yeah, that's while you're there. You mind?
I mean, it probably didn't help that when he was reaching for it, I went, not my cocaine pocket.
And it's also one of those things like you're a fucking amateur. If you've got that in, there's a label on it that just says drugs. If that's where you at least put it in your sock.
Yeah, you're like, not my cocaine pocket. Then he pulls out a bag of cocaine, and you're like, oh, that's why they call it that.
I think I had it there because I was feeling overly confident, perhaps because I'd already had some cocaine.
I've heard it does that.
Definitely helps. You're not a.
No,
You've
I've
never really been. I can't see you as a.
Are you a loser bitch that doesn't do drugs?
Rory tiptoeing around the subject. Are you like? Would you say you're a fucking douche?
Would you say you're a virgin?
I wouldn't say it, but it doesn't make it less true.
Yeah, like, have you smoked weed?
I was like, Rory's handling this so
I've done all the
diplomatically.
I've done all the
I've
things.
done all
Looking
the
at
things.
backtracking.
I've done all the things.
all the things.
I've done all the things. I just don't do them a lot.
Have you snorted coke off your mate's cock?
I wouldn't call him a mate.
Just strangers.
Yeah.
Just strangers.
Oh, as a colleague. We run a podcast together.
It was Dan Muggleton. Can you imagine? He's got a little mustache over his dick.
That's what I thought as well. Little fake glasses.
Why does
Stop! I don't want to picture this.
why does your dick have a
Go on.
tracksuit on?
There it is. There we go.
All of his condoms come with zips.
Yeah. Yeah. And then when I pulled it out, it asked me what I did for a living.
Yeah. What do you do for work?
You think you guys been together long?
Oh, that's so funny.
No, I don't. Like, I've done cocaine a handful of times, but I do find it. I've done it. The first time I ever did it was in the States.
Yeah.
And then every time I've done it in Australia, it's been increasingly disappointing. But I also wouldn't know where to get it good.
I don't want it to be good or cheap in Australia.
Because you do
Why?
it too much.
Because I feel like that's a downward trajectory for everyone. You know what I mean? Like, hey, it's very expensive and it's mainly just fucking chalk and creatine. Like, awesome. We, as a culture in this country, have a huge addiction problem. The last thing we need is better drugs.
But why is that?
That are cheaper.
Because you might be able to explain this. Because it's like it's like well known in London, a lot cheaper, a lot better, but they don't seem to love it as much as we do. Why is that? Why do Aussies love Coke so much?
Because Australians are fucking animals.
You think that's that?
Yeah.
Hammer?
Meth culture, drinking culture, gambling culture,
The guys I'm
sport
mates with in the UK, they don't gamble, but they certainly party and you do drugs as much as us.
Yeah.
Um,
That might be more of a comment on your mates, potentially.
There's a common denominator
Yeah.
here, Andrew. That might be the guy who's still sniffing on camera.
Yeah. Dan Muggleton will love that. He hates the noises we make on camera.
Does he?
Yeah. We're always sniffing.
And
Mainly
that's-
him.
And that's coming from Muggleton, who's just like, oh, all the time.
I think there's still good cocaine around if you know where to look.
He will die on this hill. He wrote a book about it.
I got asked by someone a little while ago.
Is this how the podcast always goes? It just ends up, hey, we'll start off somewhere and it just goes down the road of, hey, let's talk about cocaine with Hannah.
well,
No, sometimes it's about prison.
I was just thinking, our podcast has recently been quite cocaine heavy, but I am in the paper from the weekend just past.
You literally
about
told
cocaine.
us that happened a year ago.
Yeah.
No, the
whole year's been talking
the
about this.
article came out yesterday.
Yeah.
Or Sunday. What? Yesterday was Sunday. Yeah.
When I do, because I do the Instagram clips of this podcast, they kind of fall into four categories. Either clips about cocaine, prison, private school, or clips no one watches.
Well, let's do more no one watches.
Oh, yeah, don't worry. We
Talk
did
about
20
literally
minutes
anything else.
Let's talk about our relationships with our beautiful ladies.
Okay, all right. There we go.
Gay?
This will get 3 views, and it'll be them.
Yeah, and they're all mad at it. Can't believe you said that about me. Oh, that's so funny. Well, it's Pride Month. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure.
Would you? So how about this? All right, you do drugs.
Yes.
True.
Have you ever had a gay experience, Andrew?
I once did a 3-way kiss at a pub with a chick and a dude.
So funny.
What are you, 15? I once did a 3-way kiss. Was it truth or dare, Andrew?
I think I was
Still had party hats on.
I think I was about
Pass
to
the
kiss her,
parcel.
and then he ran in. But either way, does that count?
Yeah, I spent the bottle at Atlanta between two people.
It was actually just Andrew, the mirror he was wrapping off, and a woman.
What a handsome fella.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's me.
Yeah, so you've never had a gay experience?
That's as close. Oh, one time one of my mates cornered me in a kitchen high on mushrooms.
Yeah.
And I could see he was getting creepily close to me, and I was getting a weird vibe. And
What's creepily close? How close is creepily
he was
close?
cornering me off, and he had this weird look in his eye, like he was about to try and kiss me. And I had to duck under his arm and say that I heard one of the boys calling out to me and run away.
I love how your excuse was, I can't be with this boy. There's other boys calling my name.
No, but trust me, I got a very weird vibe. He was very, very high on mushrooms, and then not long after,
You do want to make out when you're on mushrooms.
he didn't invite
You
me.
think so?
He didn't invite me to his wedding, and I was like, I reckon I'm on the money there.
What did
He
his
feels-
husband say about that?
Here we go. It's a comedy podcast.
That's a new clip. New category. Andrew being homophobically homophobic.
Still about drugs, though, isn't it? Where it's like,
Still
all right, let's change the topic. You ever had a gay experience? Well, one time I was fucked up.
One time I was fucked up in prison.
A guy did pinch me on the ass in prison.
Yeah.
I think you got out light there, to
we
be
go.
honest.
Yeah, that was the worst. Does that count as a gay experience?
No, not really. It's just heavier petting in football.
That's true.
That's all I've got. That's my stories.
Do you have any?
No, nothing.
Loser.
I once
Homophobe.
I did a 3-way kiss with some fucking loser years ago.
All right, let's hear more about that.
And one time I was high on mushrooms and I caught on a guy.
Just before your wedding.
Yeah, just before my wedding. What do you reckon? Because I don't think of mushrooms as being a particularly horny drug. You think so? You think
Have
it
you
gets
had sex on mushrooms?
No.
Oh, that will change your
Oh,
perception on it.
yeah. I imagine it would.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Because he was arm squeezing me.
Oh,
He was
flashback.
It was an
It's
arm
coming back to me
squeeze.
now.
And he was
Arm
like-
squeeze.
And he was like,
All right, okay, let's do this. Let's role play. Let's role play. All right, I'm you.
No, it was not cocaine. It was mushrooms. There was no.
No, you're on mushrooms. You're the guy.
Yeah,
you're the guy.
yeah,
all right.
yeah.
You're both the guy.
You fancy me. I'm in a corner.
I'm my closet gay mate.
What's
You're
his
me.
name? What's his name?
I'm not saying his name.
Okay, let's call him. I don't know, Tom.
Yep.
Hey,
That's
Tom,
easy.
how you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's spot on. That's me.
I think there was definitely more signs than the cornering.
No, there was no voice. He
Hey, Tom,
sounded
you're
like
getting pretty close here. Tom, you're getting pretty close.
Man, these mushrooms are really strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also seem quite strong.
Have you been working out?
Andrew can't get through his own traumatic experience he's just having right now. He's like, I will laugh the pain away.
I heard one of the boys calling out. Gotta go.
No, that's Rory's line.
sorry.
you're bad at acting. So what do you think? You think he was just like tripping really hard? Do you think the mushrooms unearthed the secret crush he had on you the whole time?
Yeah, I think the mushroom shook the gayness out.
Shook the gayness out.
Yeah.
So he's cured?
Well, no, I mean he's married to a woman and he's got a kid now. But like,
Oh, I
maybe,
think you meant shook it out as in like it got it out of him, out of his system.
no, like it came out to the fore. He was
found his
being
real-
his real gay self for a little while,
His real gay self.
and then it went back as the mushroom trip wore off.
But mushrooms, like, they make you like very like, oh man, like oh dude, like, oh, you know, like they're
Touchy-feely.
they're very touchy feely, and like when you look at, like, if you're not on mushrooms and someone else is on mushrooms and they look at you, you're like, oh, this person's insane,
Oh, okay.
because they're like,
yeah.
and you're like, you need to use your eyelids.
Yeah.
Like there's an eyelid deficiency here. Your blinks per minute has gone down.
Yeah.
All right. We need to increase the blinks per minute. Wet those eyes.
Yep. Yeah.
I did say to one of our other mutual friends, I said, hey, Bill was acted pretty weird and gay.
Did you just out him?
No, that's not his real name. That's a fake name.
Fake name.
His real name is William.
Like, he was acting pretty weird and a bit gay. Has he ever done anything like that with you? And this other mutual friend said, "Oh no, I don't want to talk about that." That sounded like maybe You know,
Like, did you like? Because you talk about private school and stuff like that. Did you go to co-ed or all boys?
All boys.
all boys. I was a boarder. I lived.
You were an all boys boarder and you haven't had a gay experience?
No.
You are closeted. You did. You are either into men and don't want to talk about it, or fuck tractors.
What do you mean?
I don't think that's the thing. You
don't-
think all boys school boarders? That's a gay melting pot.
I feel like it comes to a certain point where like you're doing homoerotic stuff.
Well, he's definitely done that. He's told stories on the podcast.
Oh yeah, there was a masturbation race one time.
That's gay, Andrew.
Yeah,
Just throwing it out there, like I kind of three-way kissed. I did forget that I jerked off with 7 other dudes at the same time.
No.
Andrew, that's
These-
gay as
These
fuck.
are the guys in a bathroom cubicle, so I could see them. But there was someone with a stopwatch, and
Who's gayer? The guy with the stopwatch? Or the guy's jerking off? The guy who's like, I can't wait for these guys to finish. Or the guy's going, I want to come first for this thing.
well, the guys are in there betting on a winner.
No, that's gambling. That's different.
That's straight
Okay,
as.
yeah,
That's
all
straight
right,
as.
because I was running the betting of the books.
You can bet on the WNBA and not be gay.
I got a 3-way Quinella.
As long as you don't watch it, right?
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark for the win.
Have you seen like all of the things that Caitlin, like the other players in the WNBA are doing to Caitlin Clark at the moment? Have you caught it?
dude.
It's like the only thing that comes up in my Reddit at the moment that's out of the WNBA is like
You are
someone.
a virgin. You're on Reddit.
Of course I am.
Forgive me. Who is Caitlin Clark?
Oh my
Caitlin
god!
Clark is like the Steph Curry for women's basketball.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
she just
So,
came out of college.
Was man?
No.
No.
She just came out of college. She's just been dropping buckets.
Just presume she's good at sports, so she's trans, right? So
So
Steph
it's a man.
Curry of WNBA. I'm like,
Steph Curry's
okay.
not a trans woman who can turn into a man.
No, but
imagine if he was, that'd be phenomenal.
I would love that to come out.
Yeah.
That's why that's why it's Stefan. That's got the PH in there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, no, she's like, she's pretty much the reason that everyone's watching the WNBA right now, and all the women in the WNBA are like,
Both of them.
yeah, and the people in the girls in the WNBA are like, no, people are also watching it for us, and everyone on the internet's like, no, we're not. Like, we didn't give a fuck about this before. Like, it was when she started draining threes that we're like, fuck yeah, we're on board.
She did so for the 3-point competition, the All-Star weekend this year, her and Steph Curry did like a special, just 1v1, the best 3-point shooter in the WNBA versus the best 3-point shooter in the NBA. And Steph Curry just fucking nailed it, like, broke all the records, whatever. She did phenomenally well to the point that if she had competed in just the regular men's NBA 3-point competition, she would have won.
Yeah.
She's a gun.
What, she would have beaten Steph Curry?
No, Steph Curry had been in it as well.
She would have came second.
Yeah, she would have come second.
Yeah, but she's
wow.
she broke the record for like most amount of points scored in like the college ball, and so like people are like, oh wow, like all right, this is getting kind of interesting, but like all of the women who are versing her are like dropping elbows, pushing her over, like talking shit, like even when she's not on the ball, they're running over and like fully fucking like hip shoulder knocking this chick out.
That sounds like good content, though.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. It's doing
That's
really
why-
well on Reddit. Yeah, me and the other virgins are loving it.
Yeah, that's why people are watching it, because we're like, dude, Caitlin Clark is killing it, and everyone hates her.
Yeah.
It's awesome to watch.
It is fun. It's
Yeah.
good fun.
On TikTok. I mean, I'm not going to watch a game.
I came waiting for it.
I'm not going to watch a whole game.
I watch the highlights
Yeah.
when I'm doom scrolling. All right. Well,
Do you watch any women's sport at all?
I've watched a couple of like
He's trying to remember the words to Sweet Caroline.
like lingerie football league. Does that count?
That was a Vince McMahon thing, wasn't it? Lingerie football league?
That's another gay experience for Andrew. He's like, oh, I thought they was dudes. Thought they were trans. Do you watch any female sport? Do you watch the Girls' Origin? Do you watch the Girls' State of Origin?
No.
Oh, dude, that shit is also crazy.
Yeah. Women's UFC. I watched the women's UFC.
I watched some.
I will say, I reckon women's UFC is better than men's UFC.
No, you're wrong, but okay.
That's absolutely insane.
No,
What are you
dude,
on about?
I reckon like they fight harder and there's more actual hits and actual strikes. Like the dudes, especially heavyweight dudes, man, you watch like heavyweight dude UFC and you're like, all right, there's going to be 4 punches and someone's getting flattened. Well, like
that sucks. You're right. We hate that.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, I want to watch like 5 rounds of 2 people like going ham at each other.
Yeah, but
And like I feel with the chicks, I feel like you get
usually-
a full few rounds of them just absolutely going hard.
sometimes they're throwing really lame punches, and it devolves into rubbish.
See, this
They
is
gas
why you have
out.
99% men on your viewer registry.
Yeah, and we're trying to lose the last 1%.
Shout out to our female floggers out there.
We do have some
We
female
love
floggers.
you and we need you.
No, that's a singular. Flogs.
Flogger.
Flogger.
We're the flogs.
Yeah.
That's us. You're an honorary flog. today.
Female women's tennis, I'll enjoy during Wimbledon or any of the Grand Slams. I'll watch a couple of games.
Nah,
Yep.
I don't even. Tennis is, doesn't matter who's playing tennis. Tennis is gay.
All right. Well,
I
tennis,
can tell what side of history you're on. It keeps flipping back and forth.
Yeah, dude, I'm progressive. I'm moving forwards. I'm figuring stuff out. But tennis is for rich people. That's why I don't like tennis.
Yeah, that's why we love it.
Yeah, tennis is. Oh, you got to wear all white. Oh,
Yeah,
shut
yeah.
up, dude. Put some Jordans on that guy.
nah, I like it. You don't like tennis, but you'll watch. You prefer women's UFC, right? I don't know.
Oh yeah, dude. I would definitely. I would rather watch women's UFC over Wimbledon any day.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
All our blokey listeners at the Flog cabin are listening. Going, who is this sissy? What is he on?
No, I reckon a lot of people probably agree with me and said that tennis sucks.
They're like, we're not listening to any Flog Cabin next Pride Month. There's no Rory, have you ever had a gay experience
plenty.
beyond wearing that beanie?
Shout out Cold Ones.
We're back-to-back beanies, actually. Frenchie wore a beanie last week, too.
Yeah, it's because his hairline's probably at the back of his head. That guy's like 60 years old now, dude. Frenchie's so old.
I know. When I've went on beanie, I wear it like the full way down. But there's people that
with the
like
eye
it.
holes in it.
When I'm bellied up.
Yeah.
That's that term, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I think I had my first gay experience when I was like 17,
Okay.
and then
That's better than what I thought you were first going to say.
Well, yeah.
When I was 7.
no, dude, I'm not really that bothered, dude. Like, I've said this many times. Like, I would much rather fuck a hot dude than an ugly woman
Okay, and why?
because, dude, hot.
But then there's also just like I think, especially when it comes to like the fundamental difference between a penis and a vagina. I would have thought that like you would enjoy the sexual experience of one sex organ more than the other, regardless of who it's on.
Yeah, but like for example, like blowjobs.
Yes.
All right, like
There's a bar in Tokyo, I hear.
What's it say? A mouth has no gender?
well, it's like that. Like some people are attractive. Like some people are attractive, and you're not going to go the whole way with whatever, you know. And like some people are just hot, and you're like, hell yeah, I'll make out with you.
Yep.
Like, you know,
Hammer, is that what you're saying?
no, I'd make out with you before him.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
All right, well, wait till we're on mushrooms and you corner me in a kitchen and you might be
Oh, you're gonna find
singing from a different name shape.
You're gonna find one girl, and then we'll do it.
If I would put one trick him, you make out with her and I run in like,
Got him!
That's what happens. I did a 3-way kiss where we were hooking up, and then all of a sudden,
Rory
this
comes
fucking chick joined in.
yes, okay.
What's your proportion of gay sex to heterosexual sex?
Oh, it's definitely it's probably like I'd say that my what I'm attracted to is higher than what my results are.
Okay.
Yeah.
And but what give us a breakdown? Percentages.
About 10%.
10%. Okay. That's significant.
10%,
That's
dude.
statistically
Yeah.
It's
significant.
still pretty gay.
Yeah. 10% of my sexual experiences is half a person.
It's a couch pillow. It's a watermelon with a hole in it. This fuck.
Watermelons are boys. Obviously. Can I have? I'll get a bit of that plant water.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Here we go. Water's for the boys.
Meanwhile, Rory's smashing one. What are the lemon
Should we
centauri?
do a pilot ad?
Yeah, let's do a pilot ad.
Speaking of fucking dudes.
There we go. Yeah.
All right. So I wrote the pilot ad for Rory this week. The podcast is brought to you by Pilot Men's Health.
Yep.
Is that what I say?
I think that's what
You wrote it.
We've only been doing it for 43 episodes.
I always zone out of that part.
Why would you know?
I'll read it.
Yeah, I know you got to read it. Here we go.
So the way this works, where we write an ad sight unseen, the guest always reads it if we have a guest. So Hammer's written one for you this week. Get into it.
All right. Let's start it off strong.
Oh, all right.
Excellent.
G'day, floggers. It's Rory Lowe here, a.k.a. the guy that stole Hammer's job on Yeah Mad. Pretty certain you got me into it, dickhead. That's the best thing. Look, Andrew's like, you should come join us. This is hell fun. And then, someone wasn't as good. Not at all.
Who's that?
All of us, apparently. Don't know if you've read the comments, but no one likes what we're doing.
Never read the comments.
No, Hammer never reads the comments.
Never
He
read
certainly
the
never
comments.
refreshes them in the middle of a podcast.
I only wank to them.
I love reading the comments. I find it so funny. I saw a good one the other day. Because I like someone.
Let's talk about this. Read the thing. I don't want to talk about
Jesus Christ. All right. G'day, floggers. It's Rory Lowe here, aka the guy that stole Hammer's job on Yeah Mad. I like drinking. That's no secret, particularly in the comedy community, because I get pissed and bore people to death with my rambling, never-ending stories. But sometimes the drink takes a toll. You know what I mean. Sometimes when I have a little white wine, I can't get a full erection. It's more of a Semillon Savion. Great joke. But thanks to pilot ED, erectile dysfunction, medication, I'm back to serving nothing but the finest penis noir. That's great. Sometimes it's even served with a little cheese. Oh, God. But that's a story for another day. Go to pilot.com.au and use the code Rory's way funnier than Andrew. No, code Floggers20 for $20 off your first order. Pilot. Hard made easy.
Good stuff.
Yay.
Yeah, very real.
That's very funny. I enjoyed that.
Are you gonna add penis noir to the bit?
I wrote a bunch of like extra tags onto it.
Hardnay.
So,
hey?
famously,
All right,
for any
never mind.
floggers that aren't. Oh, Hardday. That's
Hardday,
pretty good. There we
thank
go.
you.
I knew this Yeah Mad topic would come up as well.
Famously, Rory has a very funny joke about Sauvignon, and I thought I'd just try and weave that into.
Good.
Yeah.
It's one of those jokes that like, yeah, I wrote it like fucking like 7 years ago, and now I just hate how well it works. And like especially like the other night we did Short Kinsillers, and it was like for a 50th. Like half of the audience, it was like sold out. There were like 100 people in.
All right.
And 40 of them were from a 50th.
No.
And I was like, oh, they're going to love this fucking joke. And I really don't want to do it. And I did it and it crushed. And I was like, great.
Yeah, that joke that you're like, I've moved on from this I've moved on from this a really long way, and then everyone in the crowd is like, keep doing more of that.
Yeah.
We just want puns.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
You become everything you hate.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the Yeah Mad stuff?
I was wondering whether you guys wanted to talk about
We
this.
can talk about it.
This is
Because the fans want to know like when you're dropping a channel, or at least what it's going to be called.
Well, we haven't got answers for that yet. We're still figuring that out. But
there's some legal there's still legal things in place, Hamo?
well, there was just a legal restriction about when we can drop content. But we think we'll definitely be before the end of the year.
Yeah.
It's just- yeah.
So Hamo, when are you expecting her to come out publicly with the accusations against you?
Be specific. Which accusation?
Fuck,
and which woman?
I can't whittle it down. I don't have the legal documentation.
There's only 2 of them. But yeah, dude, I'm excited for you guys to do stuff. Like, you know me, I've always been a big supporter of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it'll be fun. We're just in the middle of figuring out everything, including the name of the show, when it'll come out. But we're hoping to start doing some filming very soon. Very soon. We're just figuring out who the fuck would pay for that. So, yes, there's
You should ask Ben.
I'm like, hey man, I got this great idea for a comedy channel. What do you think?
I'll invest. I'm making $100 a day.
So, yes, but hopefully this stuff. Hopefully there's room on the internet for 2 channels, or if not,
Imagine that. Imagine YouTube goes, actually, we've hit our channel max.
Yeah.
They don't let you on.
We don't have room. I'm sorry.
Australian comedy game shows. We've only got room for 1, and now you guys are going to have some kind of Fight to the death.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd definitely lose the fight that we had to the death. Rory, private school, architect, pun-based comedian. Andrew, ex-drug dealer, prison inmate. Courier mail celebrity. But
it's a game of gay chicken.
You're losing, bro. But yeah, dude, I want you guys to make a channel. Like, and you know me, I'd fucking fully be involved.
You gonna cross over?
I mean, like, of course, we want collabs. Like, I love working.
We
with
have
you.
an internet exclusive. Clip it up.
Clip it up.
Clip of
There
the
we go.
week.
This is the only thing anyone on the internet wants us to talk about on this podcast. We put out all these unrelated clips, and every comment is like, "Why'd you leave? Yeah, Matt." And we just haven't done anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we can talk about it.
But they always comment that on like it has nothing to do with the Matt at all.
Yeah.
And I get DMs from people all the time.
These Indians want to know.
I got a really abusive one the other day. It's been a while since I've had a really abusive DM.
Because you were talking about comments before, I wanted to talk about comments.
Do you want to? I'll read you out the death threat I got the other day.
Death threat.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. I was having a bad day.
I got a great one. Because this is the thing. Like, everyone thinks that like we're all like enemies and shit. Like, I find that so funny.
Because I had this video where me and Alan Fang pretended to have a fight, and I fake slapped him, and it was Alan's idea, right? He was like, "Hey, we'll pretend we have a fight, and it'll be really funny," and we did it. But the internet thought it was real, so they were like, "Oh, I can't support this show anymore because it's turned violent," and that ex-con showed his true colors and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it did.
But this
It
video
came up again recently, and people were like, "Oh, it seems like there was actually more going on behind the scenes."
This video was months and months and months ago, right? And so I got a DM over the weekend from a guy who was like, "Hey, man, I just saw that video with you and Alan. You're a real piece of shit." he's like, "You're a coward. You showed your true colors. And guess what? One of these days you're going to slap someone and it's going to go wrong and you're going to end up in hospital and I'm here for it." And I'm like, "Oh my God."
The way that's phrased as well, I'm here for it. It's kind of like a doctor speaking.
Yeah,
you know, like,
yeah.
I'm here for
But
it.
I'm here when you need.
And then it said something like, "You belong in prison, you dirty animal."
Oh, yeah,
And
dude.
I was just like, what is wrong
This
with
is
people?
this is what I got. I got, "Hey, you fucking son of a bitch, motherfucking hillbilly Aussie slut." Which, first of all, thanks for welcoming me into your country.
Oh, yeah,
I
we-
appreciate that. You
And
are
also,
a fucking.
we don't slut shame anymore. That's a compliment these days.
Yeah.
Yes, Queen.
You are a fucking racist. If it was up to me, I would literally skin you alive and burn your corpse.
Oh my God.
Have you ever looked at yourself? You look like a retarded hillbilly who raped his own sister.
Oh my
You are,
God.
I'm not even halfway through.
Yeah.
Tom. You are not funny, and you are not funny. You are garbage.
You're
Get
not
the
funny.
double.
You're not funny and you're not funny?
Yeah, because you are not funny and you are not funny. You are garbage. You are the reason Yeah Mad is going down in flames.
Oh my God.
You fucking bastard Aussie motherfucker. You are so annoying. I literally want to cut your tongue off and see you suffer from pain.
Oh my
And this is a line I was like, whoa. He goes, "I am going to rape your sister in front of you." I'm like, this is hectic. He goes, "Join the KKK if you want to be a racist bully prick." Hold on, let me scroll down. You destroyed Yeah Mad for everyone. They committed a blasphemy. You shouldn't be allowed in the streets, you dog. You belong on the streets, which doesn't make sense. You should be shot in the head if you ever bark. Suck my dick, you cunt.
All right.
That was from Marcus.
Oh, that's Marcus. Well, Marcus, if you're listening, thanks for tuning in for the pod.
I mean, there were a couple of good points in there among
Yeah.
all the bad ones.
Yeah.
I think the hillbilly stuff about you fucking your own sister, that's probably, that's some good gear there.
Yeah.
But then it goes too far with the skinning you alive. I
Yeah.
think the violence.
I mean,
yeah.
I just find it funny where it's like, they're like, how? Like, and I love you. Like, I
love
you know
you.
I love you. And you're a new friend. And
You'd say friends?
but like, I find it so funny, just like how attached people got to you, like you guys as a group. Like, they became so attached to you. Like, because someone was telling me, like, the new crew was like, "Oh, bro, you should have a look at Reddit." And I was like, "I don't go on there.
Yeah.
It's for virgins."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'll have a look." And I looked at it the other day, and I was like, "Wow, they are like so It's almost like one of their friends betrayed
living,
them.
breathing community. And there's all these conspiracy theories. It's wild.
Dude,
yeah.
it's incredible.
But, some of the people buy tickets to shows and they'll turn up and they'll be like, hey, man, where's Abby? And I'm like, no. Probably at home, dude. I'm in Perth. Like, what are you?
Yeah. Man, you wouldn't believe it. I saw the poster for that hillbilly dog cunt the other day. I told him. I thought I'd skin him alive in the streets. For you, brother. I said them for you.
People are like, what's bigger, Drake and Kendrick beef? Or yeah, man, all crew, new crew beef?
People came to my Melbourne show at the Melbourne Comedy Festival just to ask me questions about what was going on with Yamad. And I was like, well, maybe we're going to need to continue to stoke the fire here just so I can keep selling tickets. So come to the show to ask me a question.
Should we rehearse a bit? You want to call me a cunt? Should we fake a fight, Andrew?
We should. That would actually... If
that
we
ex
did
comes
that...
up to his old tricks. Violent again.
Fuck. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know...
If I fake a fight with him as well, my slap would be like...
If we made a clip right now, the camera is rolling of you guys like actually breaking into like it felt like it was fight. It was like a real verbal fight, and we clipped it up. It would go mega viral.
Yeah, it would. Andrew, you let your fans down. You left.
Oh
you
man,
greedy cunt.
Good
Andrew.
riddance. Old team with a real talent. You guys suck.
Oh, sorry. No,
What are you talking? Me and Pat are running this thing.
The new talent. What a bunch of stinkers, and the views reflect that. Eat a dick, new crew, all of you, including that hot chick Peyton and another one.
The only one that's saving our careers.
And Seth, fuck you too. And Matt. And fucking, they can all fucking eat a bag of dicks.
Yeah, that would do very well, actually. Let's go.
And Ben, respect.
I love how he went,
Actually,
I don't want to go too far.
Big fan of the guy. Nothing but time for him.
Oh man, well that's the thing, man. Like that's the best thing that I find. Like in the actual groups, like our group and your group, is we still all want success for everyone.
Well, I mean, almost everyone, but yes.
I mean, me personally, and like I'm very good friends with Pat and Seth and Matt, and like we all want the best for you guys. We love you guys.
Well, I mean, we don't want Timmy to do well.
We've discussed it. We've talked about who we do and don't want success for. We're ambivalent towards you, to be honest. If it works out, no one's mad, but we're not stoked about it.
No, all the guys there still rule, and I hope that the channel continues to be successful. There was obviously, we had our reasons for that to go do our own thing, and so, we'll see how that goes. But I mean, if that even just goes tits up, I'm still fine with that because I just wanted to. What?
Are you talking about us or
no,
you?
No, us. I wanted to have skin in the game and take the risk myself and create something. You know?
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, how many times did I fucking ring you? Like, I rang you like once a week for like 3 months, being like, "Hey, dude, are you sure you want to go?" Like,
yeah,
to the point that I definitely annoyed him. I was like, "Andrew, I don't know.
What are you doing?"
I'm like, "What are you doing? Are you leaving?" And he's like, eventually, he's like, "Rory, just shut the fuck up, dude."
Yeah. But we're going to go our own ways, you know?
Yeah. But you're doing well. You're doing great.
It's going all right. Yeah.
You're doing fantastic.
Yeah, where are you on the spreadsheet now, Hammer? Did you talk about the spreadsheet on the podcast or was that off pod?
I think it was on the podcast.
It was on the pod?
What's the spreadsheet? Do you have a spreadsheet of all the followers, like all the people in your Madden they're following, and you're trying?
No. Of all the people in Australian comedy who I still need to overtake on Instagram, there's about 12 people left.
Yeah, dude. There's not like no one's taken over Luke Kidgel.
No.
Well, now you have to get above Shibuya whatever as well.
Shibuya Meltdown.
Shibuya Meltdown. You got to add that to the list.
Yeah. He's got more than me.
Going to take over.
Double me.
Yeah, he talks about it all the time.
Yeah, I thought so.
Well, there's plenty of guys.
Someone's not getting gigs in Perth Fringe next year. Not much.
Oh, please, give me that noisy stables room again. No, I can't. I've got no idea what I'm going to talk about next year, but I'm looking forward to doing the.
Well, I have a couple of ideas.
Oh yeah,
prison or cocaine? Andrew.
yeah.
Andrew Hamilton, new show, my first gay experience.
Runtime 3 minutes.
Yeah. The show goes to the length of time that he jerked off for, but it's him just jerking off with me with a stopwatch. And to be honest, at Fringe, that would sell out.
Yeah, like how's Andrew's new hour? It's very experimental. It's very.
Yeah, it also goes for 3 minutes and 42 seconds.
Just see what he does with a Sayo biscuit at the end.
I don't want to give it away.
It's like that Fringe show, old man dresses as monkey who dresses as old man and sits in a rocking chair for 52
I've heard
minutes.
about that. Yeah.
It's just Andrew Hamilton jerks off on a biscuit, pretending to be Andrew Hamilton while Rory Lowe stopwatches it for 3 minutes and 24 seconds.
Yeah.
Every night for a whole month, you nail the timing.
That'd be amazing. The self-control is phenomenal.
The skill involved in that, I think people would respect it. That's 5 stars right there.
It.
Yeah,
I'm timing it.
Steve Bennett's like, we've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
All right.
First Nanetta, now this.
Well, look, let's not rule it out. It's
When you
easily
jerking off on stage at the Perth Fringe.
It's called burlesque.
it's in the top 5 strongest ideas. So
Like,
far.
I don't know if you guys have seen the new Yeah Mad channel. It's different. They're doing the Don't Come challenge.
Have I talked about there was a Japanese game show that I watched one time where it's a Japanese porn star versus that gay dude, and it's
I haven't seen this one.
and
I haven't seen this one.
it's like
How many have I seen, dude?
it's a male Japanese porn star. He's straight. Versus a flamboyantly gay dude, and they have like the garage door opens up, and they're just standing there, and then they bow, and then it comes in, and he's like, "You are very fat and ugly," and he's like, "I will make you come," and he's like, "You are disgusting. You will not make me come." And then they have this challenge, and then they get this box, right, this cardboard kind of box that you can't see the guy in there, and this male porn star is standing there up to his like nipples in this box, and there's like a studio audience sitting there watching. And this gay dude gets to the box and just sucks him. And all you can hear is this weird, like...
I think I was at that bar.
and this straight dude is in there going like, no. the male porn star was like, no.
The best thing is like the dude's being like, he can feel it coming. You know what I mean? And he's like, no. Oh, no.
Maybe.
Yeah.
20%.
And then eventually it gets more and more intense. And he's like, no.
And Andrew jumps out with a stopwatch. 3 minutes and 42 seconds. You've done it. You beat the record.
And then this chubby Japanese dude comes out of the box with like a greasy face.
God, so fucked. Because there was a show, like you remember Jackass. There was an English version, or they were Welsh, called Dirty Sanchez.
Yeah.
Oh, I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
They had a challenge one time where it was like they all stood there and they went to like Japan or somewhere like that, and the challenge was they're all getting a hand job.
Oh, is it karaoke?
I don't know, but they're all getting a hand job, and it's like it was either first one to come losers, or one person was on the other side, and they had to guess which one was getting the hand job.
That's funny. That's good.
There was a Japanese game show like that, but they had to sing karaoke while getting jacked off. And
Japan is awesome.
Yeah, Japan is awesome.
they have the most out there game shows, and hopefully we can bring some of them to the new Yeah Mad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they will be sponsored by Pilot.
Ben's going to be looking at the internet like, what are they doing instead of dad jokes? And it's me getting jacked off while singing.
But he can't remember the words.
Sweet Caroline. And we're back.
I think we're done. Are we going any better than that? That might be it.
I don't think so.
Awesome.
Rory, what do you need to plug? You're going on a tour next month in July around. Your show is called Storytime.
No, it's called Rory Sucks.
Rory Sucks. All right.
The show's called Storytime. I'm doing a charity gig in Byron Bay, where we're raising money for Indigenous kids, children who have disabilities who want to get into music so they can learn music better. And that will also have bands like June Rats, Grinspoon, Powderfinger, all at that gig.
Wait. Are they performing?
There's be like DJ sets and bands and stuff and comedy. And I think Saf's actually going to come up with me and do a set up there as well.
What's the event called? Where can they get information?
It's called the Mim Cup. I think I
Come
can't.
on, buy tickets to that?
Yeah, it's basically we just accept donations, and if you want to come, you can. We all play golf during the day. People are welcome to come play golf, and then after the golf tournament, where we just raise money for those charities, we have like a performance of all the artists that are there, and it's pretty much just like a donation to come and check that out.
Sick.
That's on the 19th of July in Byron Bay, 20th in Brisbane, 25th. Sydney, 26th Newcastle, 27th Central Coast, August 4th in Perth, and August 10th in Melbourne. And then I will be in LA for a month doing shows around LA.
And we're going to get information. RoryLoweComedy.com.
We'll put it in the show
Rory
notes.
Lowe
Dan Muggle will
comedy.com.
put it in the show notes.
Yeah, we'll put it right there.
There you go.
We'll put it right there. Watch it be over there. Just Dan's fucking with me. I'm like, it's right here. It's just it's over my face.
Yeah, that's funny. Someone's watching this on YouTube and they're getting suggested videos of Japanese people getting jerked off. How do they know?
Yeah, if you like being jerked off under a table, you're gonna love my show.
You're going to love Flog Cabin. For the first time, this title is apt.
Yeah. Yeah. And Andrew's opening up for me. And the show in Sydney will have some of the new Mad crew doing sets before the show, and Matt's actually going to do his first ever stand-up show. We're gonna make him do 5 minutes before me at my show in Sydney.
Matty Pang.
Yeah, which is going to be atrocious.
Oh, I've got to be there for that.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
So come through for that.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for coming on.
It's been lovely.
Pleasure to have you.
It's nice to reconcile our two street gangs.
There we go. This is the handshake everyone's wanted to see.
Do we kiss now?
Wait, I need a
Should've seen
chicken
it.
bowl. I need a chicken bowl.
Tom,
Oh, come
get your
on.
lesbian
None
outfit over here,
none
dude.
of that. All right, we got to end it the same way. Who says you say bye?
You say
I'll say, yeah. I'll say a thing, then you say check the dodgems, and he'll say the thing.
I say
All right.
check the what?
Check the dodgems.
Check the dodgems?
Yes.
Yeah. No, actually, no. Yeah, let's do that. You do it. You ready?
Yeah.
Stay flogged up.
Check the dodgems.
Bye.
There it is.